Melbourne is built for graffiti. It is like the most perfect place. There's just laneways everywhere. It is like the largest public art gallery in the world. You know, it just goes. We've got 64 laneways that are just completely filled with and there's a lot more than that, you know, that people don't know about.
I want to come and have a look at some of these hidden little pieces in this lane. Just about everyone is surprised how much there is. And finding something that you wouldn't normally look out for, you know, looking high, looking low, and it's such a joyful thing. I want to point out this one behind you guys. Check out this guy, Will. How fun is that? I love these hidden pieces. Come and have a look at this. It's very subtle. I love this sort of stuff. It's hidden amongst all these paintings. Even if you looked at every single painting here, it's going to take you half an afternoon. Then you go and look in the corners, you can find more. That's what's so awesome.
Melbourne's street art movement's been going now since, you know, 2000, when we all kind of started doing stencils. We didn't think much of it. We didn't think it was an art movement, that's certainly for sure. We just were a bunch of punk kids having a great time. And, you know, it became huge. So we're like, well, let's set up a street art tour run by street artists. And then we can represent ourselves and we can talk about our friends.
I'm an artist, been working in this city a long time. On the street, I've been known to, you know, glue comics, paper on the wall, leave things on the street, you know, paint murals. I've done murals with brushes and murals with cans. One of my favorites is Regan Tamanui, I mentioned before, Ha Ha. When I first met Regan, he's a big moldy guy and I'm dear friends with him. In the daytime, before he'd go to work, his job, he said, was to empty a spray can every day, which I really enjoyed going around with him a few times, as many people did.
We show you stuff that no one would ever be able to show you because we did it. And the best part is we have all the anecdotes, man. So when you come on our tours, you can go, oh, look, Fakaris got really trashed here. I remember when he puked and blah, blah, blah. And every mark, every part of this laneway is part of our history. You slowly weave your way through the whole city and you end up back at the Blender Studios where you get to like hang out with all the artists that made all that work. Welcome to the Blender Studios, man. It's the sex, drugs and Aussie hip hop. You're bringing people into a world that otherwise would never get to see. This is one of the younger artists, street artist, Trash, and but she's doing some experiments. The street art movement in Melbourne has become the most important art movement in Australian history, except for the Aboriginal art movement. And what street art's done for Melbourne, we will only know in time, but we're part of something that's much bigger than any of us. And for me, art is my world. It's everything. I'm really proud to have been part of all of this, you know? It's a really big deal, yeah. Rock and roll.